Welcome back to CBS Mornings. Ryan Gosling and Sandra Hüller are the stars of the highly anticipated new movie Project Hail Mary, based on the book of the same name. Gosling plays a science teacher turned astronaut named Ryland Grace, and Hüller plays Eva Strott, the head of a task force charged with saving humanity. They spoke with Gayle, Nate, and me about working together and what drew them to the project and how a Harry Styles song made its way into the film. But first, here's a clip from the movie where Strott asked Grace to analyze a dangerous space material.
Am I expendable? Is that why you want me?
That's not the only reason.
It's almost like you don't care if I die. Hold on, you have to talk about it?
The consensus here is that it would be preferable if you did not die.
Thanks, guys.
That is the consensus. It would be preferable if Ryan Gosling and Sandra Hüller do not die. Congrats, congrats. I'm already saying congrats because I know this movie's going to be huge. It has me, all of us, feeling all the feels. I want to start with you, Ryan, because word on the street is that Andy, the writer, sent it to you back in 2020 to look at the script before any of us even knew about it. And you read it and you thought, I have to do it, or you thought, I don't know. I have to be convinced.
I mean, honestly, not to be cheesy, but to be cheesy, it felt like a Hail Mary. It felt like an impossible task because I read it in a time when movie theaters were shutting down and film productions were shutting down. And here was the most ambitious thing I have ever done, probably will ever do. And it had such a, especially in that moment, such a beautiful message of hope.
Yes, I mean, Sandra, I liked your character, and then something happens, and then I thought, I don't know about her, and then there's, I kept going back and forth as I was watching her, but you, too, were brilliant in this movie.
Thank you.
You were drawn because what to her?
You know, I'm used to playing characters who have a lot of problems and who are in very dramatic circumstance. And I kind of like the idea that it's somebody who really knows what they're doing and who does it with all their heart and all the responsibility. So I really like this idea of portraying somebody who is able to deal with this sort of task and responsibility, especially as a woman. I don't think we see that so many times on screen.
One of the things I loved, and I said this to you both, is that this film feels like a love letter to the films that many of us grew up watching, including E.T., 2001: A Space Odyssey, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That was intentional.
Well, I love can you say what you just said in the break?
The love letter to humanity. That's what these films were, and I think that's what we're probably needing right now because we kind of seem to forget what we can do.
Talking about the humanity, because it's no secret there's an alien, although I went into it and knew nothing about it, but we meet Rocky, and Rocky looks like nothing we've ever seen before. But I was so impressed, Ryan, how I could form an attachment to Rocky, but the connection that they formed was something that really touched me in a way. That get to you? But it speaks to who we are as people.
The experience of making this film, like I won't bore you with all the levels at which it felt kind of meta, you know, but...
Ryan, there's nothing boring about you.
I spent, you know, a long time alone on camera when we shot, because we shot in order. So it was, I don't know, like 100 days alone on camera or something. So when I finally got to the Rocky portion of the film, I needed a friend. I needed a scene partner. I needed someone to talk to. And suddenly I'm at this wall and this like incredible puppetry is happening on the other end, which is also the choice to do it not CGI, to do it as a practical element. And this, you know, genius puppeteer, James Ortiz, came in and not only gave him life, he had, look, let's be honest, Rocky's a bit of a diva. He has, he's very high maintenance. There's like 5 puppeteers that dress like ninjas that always roll with him. It's a whole thing.
Bit of a diva,
That's part of the magic of the movie, is that it is a real relationship, and it really is unfolding on camera.
It takes time for you to get to know Rocky. Like real effort and energy. To your point, I just feel like we are in fractured times. But if we just take the time and give the effort and are intentional about learning and trying to know someone, you can easily fall in love with that person, because that's what we all did. At one point, we're sitting there in the theater thinking, are we in love with Rocky?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And the answer was yes, Nate.
The answer was yes.
And how is this going to end up?
Yeah.
I'm fascinated, though, Ryan, acting 100 and something days by yourself. I kept thinking that when I was watching. Sandra always had people to talk to. How
In the
did
end,
you
I
do
got
that?
to act with Sandra, so that was sort of, you know, that
Was ready.
Yes.
He was ready.
That was
You
quite,
see it in his eyes?
That was quite a scene with you and Sandra, yes.
No, but also to get, like, Sandra's the most fun person I've worked with, you know?
she?
So to get to work, not just was I ready to work with somebody in that way, but our first scene, we were supposed to walk across a parking lot. That's it. It's an easy start, right?
Yeah.
Walk from here to the bike. We don't know each other at all. And, like, right before they say action, she goes, I'll race you to the bike. And suddenly we're like, I'm like racing her for no reason. There's nothing in the scene that would suggest why, but it's immediately fun.
I like that.
And it was that way to this day, you know? It's just been like you couldn't ask for a better partner.
The choice to be the sign of the times with Harry Styles was one of my favorite scenes. Where did that come from? I love that.
Sandra's choice.
You chose,
Really?
you chose that. Wow.
I chose it. You made me do this.
Well, you know, made. That's an interesting.
So there was a karaoke.
Asked.
Made me do no. Really.
Insisted. I heard her
me the
singing down the hall. Our
did?
dressing rooms were down the hall from when I heard her singing, and I just was like, I just knew, like, you have to sing.
Yeah.
You have to sing in this film. And there happened to be a karaoke scene. She said she'd think about it. She came in with one song and one song only that she would do. We didn't know if we could get the rights. We could afford it or whatever, but we were just happy she was willing to sing. And then, of course, it becomes the anthem of the film. And
You're friends with Harry.
He's like, I am. Yes, I am.
No, but Harry has been very cool and, like, you know, supported us using the song.
Yeah.
Congrats. I can't wait for people to see it.
They're going to love it.
They are going to love it. It is my new favorite movie. Project Hail Mary is in theaters today.